Hi, Genki Call here with Journey for the week of September 25th, 2023. As you'll see here, we have an event captain, just like always with Journey. This has always been the case. We get 2 to 3 times the score if we use him on our team or whomever it is. And even though it looks different, well, he also has 2 times the magic in the event, which is super cool. That is new since the update. But the 2 to 3 times the score, Sir Ailuin, whatever his name is. He's going to get 2 to 3 times the score, and that is the same as always with the Pathfinder trait. You must have him traded. I think you'll still get 2x the score even if you don't have this, but I mean, you really want those extra miles in your event. At base rarity, 2 times. At legendary, he'll get 2.5 times the miles, and at mythic, ascended to mythic, he will get 3 times the miles. For the event. So as far as what his spell does, damage to an enemy, create 3 blue gems boosted by knight allies, and summon a crystal dragon egg. I love the crystal dragon eggs. Let me show you what they do. Hold on a second. This is the crystal dragon egg. For one thing, it's freaking gorgeous. I love this artwork. It's so pretty. Look at the spell even. It's so pretty. But choose one. Create 7 blue dragon gems, summon a random dragon, or create 7 green dragon gems and summon a random dragon. I think this is the coolest egg that we've got in the game. He will summon this if you have an empty spot, even if you don't own this, but it's in the glory shop, so go grab it for some glory. All right, let's head back. So, also in the shop, now the only place you can get Sir Ailuin is in the shop by buying up to tier 2. And of course, if you want to get him ascended, either you're going to have to keep buying tiers or you're going to have to use an orb of ascension or a couple, or 2 or 3, to get him ascended, depending on the way you want to handle this. Also, if you purchase up to tier 3, you'll get a new weapon for Silverglade. It's going to be in the Soul Forge. Don't get it in the Soul Forge. Get it in the shop here. You know, it's a lot cheaper to use gems because diamonds are a lot harder to get a hold of. But this is going to do damage to an enemy boosted by blue allies and knight allies. So every blue ally is an additional 3 damage. Every knight ally is an additional 3 damage, so can have up, well, in the event you will you have to use knights and you have to use blue, so it'll be an additional 6 damage per. 6 times 4 is 24, so an additional 24 damage. If you want to have an extra damage source, you can use that, but either way, it's good to have weapons for all of the kingdoms, so if you're going to be doing the event anyway, grab it in here. It'll be very helpful. So next up, we have teams, and I have some choices here. Now, this is for people, I have 2 teams for people with no legendaries, and they were chosen specifically to be fast, because Knight Coronet and High Paladin each do damage to 2 enemies. So this one's going to remove all the purple gems. You don't need them anyway. Deal damage to the first enemy, boosted by the gems removed, and to the last enemy as well. It just should say to the first and last enemy. I don't know why it does that. Skull damage reduction, you know, if you feel like putting him in the first spot. But Sir Ailuin, I've got him in the first spot for everyone, but all but one of the teams I'm going to show you, because you want mana fast. He's going to loop and loop and loop. And yes, I'm using Knight class for all of these. Knight class kind of sucks, but for Sir Ailuin to do the most damage, or not the most damage, but to have the highest chance of looping, you need to use Knight class. However, highly recommend Elementalist if you're struggling, because that 3rd trait is absolutely pivotal if you're having issues. So anyway, this does not have to be the Thorn of the Gods. I understand not but everybody has all the weapons. I do recommend a Splodia weapon here. Look at the description below to see alternatives for the weapon for these teams, and also the notes that I've put in there instead of me explaining it all here. But let me show you how this works. Gotta have him with you. He is with me, and let's see how he loops. I gotta drink water. And a Bow Raven right off the bat. Now, I didn't show you the High Paladin. He is going to target the 2 strongest enemies boosted by his armor. That boost is huge. You might actually want to move him in front of the, whatever this guy, Knight Coronet, because he's so powerful, and you can use 2 of him instead of 1 of each. You can use 2 of this guy instead of 1 of each. It's just whatever floats your boat. But what we're going to do is we can use this guy to target the Valraven, because you can't target with either one of these, but we're just going to just kind of take things out as quickly as possible and move right along. Moving right along, right along, right along. Footloose and fancy free. Come on, Genki, grab the next team code for me. Just ignore me. I'm a goofball. Alright, next up. Let's see. Oopsie. I skipped the next team. Hold on. La la la. Sorry. I moved on to Legendaries. I wasn't ready for Legendaries yet. Okay, coming back. I'm coming back. Here I am. Alright, and I'm always taking the highest miles for my guild. We want to get through these stages. We want to get through all of these stages. And look, we have 16 stages for Journey now. So, woohoo! Lots of rewards. We love that. Kind of hard to get them all completed, but if everybody works together, it should be fine. Again, you don't have to use this specific weapon. I'm trying to use weapons that aren't normally seen on teams. You can use one that's any color. You have to use blue, but you can use whatever you want, because even if it's mana blocked here, it doesn't matter. But this one, it's almost exactly the same as the last team. The difference is the banners and different weapon. So just different choices, kind of different ways to look at things. That's all these 2 teams are. And I think they're going to be nice and effective. I am really loving the extra damage here, as long as his armor doesn't get damaged. And you can always bring something in here instead of Knight Coronet. You can bring in Luther or something that's going to boost his armor to make him hit even harder. So yeah, we'll go kind of want to show you how Foxglove works. So we're going to go ahead and I'll show you my loopy-loo. Loop-de-loo. Take that. Well, I shouldn't have taken that. So this Foxglove can do one of 2 things. You can convert all green gems to a chosen color. So I could convert green to, well, nothing actually, because I just took away the extra green I had on the board. But if there was, oh no, I could change it to blue and get a match 4 here. Perfect. Or I can explode a gem and create 10 green gems. And if you had lots of green on the board, you can do that. But it's a good weapon. I like this weapon a lot. I hardly ever see people using it, and that's why I wanted to showcase it. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll do this, and I'll grab the next team code because, you know, I like to do that on the down screen. So next up, we have teams with legendaries on them. I hope I'm not talking too fast. Sorry. So this is kind of a cheese team. And if you have all of your classes maxed out, you could put another Queen Ysabelle on here. And let me show you how this works. Now I chose Arboreal Crystal here. You can put any splitty weapon here you want. I chose this one because there's so much green here. And this explodes green gems and it creates a leaf storm. So, and most people have the Arboreal Crystal. But pretty sure Queen Ysabelle is a legendary, right? Yeah, she's a legendary. Alrighty, so we need lots of green and blue. Well, I'm going to do that. Take the skull hit. See if we can loop here. Not bad. So what Queen Ysabelle does, she does damage to the first enemy equal to the ally's attack, then gives attack and armor to that troop. You always want to cast on the first troop unless they're almost dead. And then give 3 to 8 mana to all allies other than myself. So she's going to give mana to this other Queen Ysabelle, and you can go back and forth, back and forth. And I'm just going to show you how this works. So we're going to cast this here, take out the first enemy. Now the attack is 108, so if I get a hold of skulls, that's going to do a lot of damage. And then, oh, meh. And then she's going to now do 108 attack to this troop over here. And now this is up to 151. So you just kind of keep going back and forth like that. It's pretty cool. Gimmicky. It's a gimmicky team, but it works. So yeah, and absolutely you can use 3 Queen Ysabelle. So next up, it's not as fast as some of the other teams, but later on you need power. So next up, we have the same type of thing, double Ulf Harrigan, who does true damage to 3 random enemies and an additional 10 damage if they're wounded. So if they've been hit at all to their life, not their armor, then he does an extra 10 damage, and that's pretty cool. Ocea's Tome, because it explodes, bunches of things, and even though we don't have any elementals on the team, it is going to be boosted by all of the blue on the team. So Ocea's Tome people use all the time. This is a powerful weapon for as far as mana gen goes. You can use any kind of explodey weapon here you want. And we just need some mana. Let's see. Kind of want to show you. So she's gonna blow up because I'm a girl. 20 gems. This is going to blow up, even though we don't have any elementals with us. And if you're using Elementalist, that would be an additional 4 gems that she would blow up. I keep saying she because my hero's a female. Anyway, that's that team. Next up, we have one more team, this one with a Mythic, Champion of Anu. So let me show you this. Edit, manage, paste. Let me make sure I'm recording. I am good. All right, so Champion of Anu is going to hit the entire enemy team. He doesn't do a ton of damage, but he's going to silent stun and drain all mana from that top enemy, assuming that you hit the top enemy. If you want to hit the entire team, then you have to hit the top enemy. But if there's something that is really dangerous over there that has mana, target that one. Then we've got Sir Ailuin. Of course, he's going to loop like crazy. We've got Luther, just to make sure that, that extra attack up here is going to be really nice. The barrier is going to help Champion of Anu survive up here. He has 60% skull damage reduction, which is why I put him up there. And then the Moonstone Trinket. This is another one I hardly ever see anyone use, and it's super powerful. Look how many gems it explodes. Good lord. Of course, that's based upon my magic, but that's a lot of gems. That's a lot more than Ocea's Tome on the team that I just showed. But anyway, let's take this in. I really want to show you the Moonstone Trinket. It's a really good weapon, and I never see anybody using it. So, kind of need some purple in order to do that, but let's get rid of this Valraven right quick because we don't ever want to leave that, and maybe I'll show this twice. See, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does silence stun and drain mana from that first, whichever enemy you hit. Again, this is just for protection for the higher levels. I won't be using this because it's too slow, but of course you can always use 2 or 3 of this guy. He does have double magic, so I mean that is going to help immensely, but this is what I wanted to show you. Don't care about the gargoyle gems. Let's just blow the... Oh, you don't get to choose. That's why. Still good weapon. Still a good weapon. But not as powerful as I was thinking. I forgot. That's why people aren't using it. It's an either or, but you don't get to choose. Please fix that, devs. I would love that. Please fix that. Okay, so that's what I've got for you for Journey. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know your favorite teams below. I'd love to hear what you're thinking about things and what teams you're using. So have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be. Please like and subscribe. Check out the videos popped up on the screen right now, and we'll see you folks soon.